We begin our report in Mexico, where 4 U.S. citizens have been kidnapped at gunpoint. It happened in the northern border city of Matamoros, which is about 12 minutes from Brownsville, Texas. The group crossed the border in a minivan and then got caught in a shootout.
Okay. I wanted to do this video, kind of keep it short. My name is Rosie, and I'm a compulsive overeater, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about what it's like going to Tijuana for weight loss surgery, or a cosmetic surgery, if you will, like a tummy tuck. And the reason I kind of wanted to talk about this is because of the 4 Americans that were kidnapped last week and that were going across the border to have a weight loss surgery. 2 of them passed away, sadly, and the other 2 are safe. It seems that one of them had gone there previously for a weight loss surgery, so they chose to drive themselves across the border to have surgery done. And I'm going to get into kind of what the experience is like for me. And it was a really safe, really wonderful experience for myself. So I thought I would share that if there's someone who's interested in weight loss surgery, they can't afford it in the US, or they're not qualified for it in the US for their insurance, and they want to go somewhere cheaper like Mexico, it's a huge business. Like millions of US dollars are spent in Mexico having weight loss surgery every single year. And for the most part, it's a really safe and simple. So we made it to San Diego, and now we're just waiting on the car to come get us to take us to Tijuana. Easy experience. So mine being one that was successful, I thought I would share it, since a lot of what you see on YouTube, the news, daytime television, is horror stories from going to Mexico to have plastic surgery or weight loss surgery, etc. So I guess I'll just explain kind of how the process starts. I already knew some people who had used this doctor at this hospital, and I just reached out for a consultation. I filled out an application, which included like medical history, things like that, medications I'm taking, the works. And I was quickly contacted by a handler who went over my application with me and then got me in contact with the actual surgeon who performed my procedure to talk about like what is right for me. I ended up having the gastric bypass, which is the RNY, over having the sleeve or like a lap band or something. I have acid reflux, so the gastric bypass is what was recommended for me in my current state. So when I reached out at the beginning of January, I was 277 pounds. Currently, 3 weeks post-op, I had the surgery February 24th, and I'm about 22 days out, and I am 231. So I lost 30 pounds prior to the surgery, and I've lost almost 20 in the 22 days. So here is what it looks like. I chose an all-inclusive, which is the only way that the surgery center does these procedures. It is an all-inclusive process so that you can feel safe, comfortable, and everything's handled for you. You don't have to think about a thing. Even your food is provided for you for the whole time you're there. Now, you don't really eat anything. Let me just say that. You don't eat anything. But like all your accommodation and things before the surgery. Room. Got Wi-Fi in the room. Massive closet. Wow. And post-surgery, it's all handled and it's all one flat rate. So a lot of people get the gastric sleeve because it's more affordable, and you're looking at about $4,500, and that's everything. That is being picked up in San Diego, driven across the border in a medical transport, going to the hospital. That's all of your tests. That's blood work, EKG, everything. And then taken to I mean, it was like a villa. It was super dope. And it's like locked down. It's like a compound. Very neat. You're given your liquids, jello, chicken broth, and a wonderful place to spend the night. And the next morning, you're taken in the same medical transport back to the hospital to get checked in, everything ready to go, and you just wait for your time.
Still waiting.
Made it to my room.
Ooh.
Hey, so I'm waiting in my room. I think my surgery is gonna be one of the last ones of the day. So I'm behind at least 4 other people. And then the bypass and gallbladder removal, which I decided to go for the gallbladder removal, is gonna be about 2 hours. So your girl is dehydrating. I haven't had anything to drink since 8 o'clock last night, 9 o'clock last night. So I am thirsting to death, but this is so much nicer than any hospital I've ever been in. For the procedure, because they tend to do multiple patients a day, somewhere around 4 to 5 a day. And keep in mind, you are going to be so dehydrated if you get the gastric bypass, because they always do gastric sleeves first because it's a much shorter procedure. So you are last in line if you're getting the bypass. And then I also had my gallbladder out. So the all-inclusive for the gastric bypass is $6,500. And that includes all the same things. It's just the surgery costs more. So once your surgery is over, you're monitored, then you're taken back to your private room. Like, it's awesome. Private room, huge bathroom, one of the nicest hospitals I've ever been in. And I've been in a lot of hospitals, not as a patient, but I've been in a lot of hospitals, and the most accommodating staff I've ever seen. I don't know if you guys have a lot of experience in American hospitals, and I have nothing against nurses, doctors, anything like that. It's just a different experience. You don't even have to press the call button. After that surgery, for the next 3 days that you're staying in that hospital, someone is in that room constantly. Nurses are coming in to check on you, adjust your pain medication, change your bandages, everything. Make sure you don't want to throw up. Make sure you, once you have your leak test, which they take you downstairs, you have a leak test done, which is the tracer with the x-ray. Once that's done and you're finally able to eat something the next morning after your surgery that's not just IV fluids, you're able to take in like Pedialyte, water, Gatorade, whatever on your own, and broth on your own.
First thing I've had
They're
to
in there
drink
constantly.
in 36
ice
hours.
chips so you can chew them, adjusting your pillows. I think I pressed the call button one time, and that's because I had like caught my pajama shirt on my drain. If you get the gastric bypass, you will have a drain, versus if you get the sleeve, you don't have a drain. And I had like caught my shirt on it. I was like pulling it. So they come in constantly to empty that before you get that out. It's just a wonderfully pampered experience. That's the best way to describe it.
I'm moving up in the world. Finished my antibiotics. I got my thing out, which I don't know if I can even see it from here.
You didn't put me in your video, did you?
No. Got my drain out. Now Tom is in the video. I'm keeping that in there. And they brought me some Jell-O.
That you are pampered while you're in there. Now, the surgeon comes in to visit you multiple times before you leave. A nutritionist comes in to talk to you. Their on-staff doctor comes to check on you like every couple of hours. They do wake you up from your sleep, but they're just trying to make sure that everything's okay. They want to check all of your incisions, like everything's being monitored constantly. And then they come in and like are cleaning your incisions and doing things like that. And then once you're ready to take a shower and they take that bag out. They come in, they change your other dressings, like where the bag was, that kind of thing. It's amazing. It was a wonderful experience for me. Then once you get the all clear, they're going to check you out. The medical transport is going to pick you up and take you back across the border.
We're leaving. We're leaving.
And because we were spending the night in San Diego, instead of taking us to the airport, which is all they were required to do, he drove us to our hotel, which was out of the way. Okay, we were like off on Harbor Island or whatever in San Diego, and he drove us over there, dropped us off at the thing, took our luggage in, helped us get just everything. I mean, it was just a above and beyond experience. It was just a fantastic experience. The follow-up is wonderful. They send you home with all your medications you have to have, from antibiotics, pain medicine, gas medicine, nausea medication, everything. And they text me fairly often. And then obviously I was sick last week. If you follow my channel, I was sick last week. They don't know what aggravated my pouch. Quickly, the doctor was alerted. I talked to him. He gave me a plan of action for the week to just reset my pouch and keep on rolling. So they don't just ditch you. But I just wanted to say, not everyone has a bad experience. Mine was really great. I know a bunch of people who have gone, used the same surgeon, and have the same glowing reviews. So if you are interested in having gastric bypass surgery, gastric sleeve, you name it, if you just want to like leave me a comment or go check out my Instagram, because, or like DM me on there, I'll let you know like who my surgeon was, where I went, that kind of thing. So if you have any like questions about any of the process, I'm totally here to answer them. I'm trying to just be as open and honest about this whole process as I can, because I feel like that's something that's lacking out there. You hear that someone had it, and then maybe you see the results later on or what have you, or you hear these horror stories about going to Mexico, like someone took their kidney and it was like a whole thing. So yeah, just DM me or put a comment down below, something, and I will try and get you the information that you're looking for. All right, I hope that was helpful, informative, and not super long. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. All right, bye.